to be here. Yeah, I can't believe we've picked a day like this to sit in the sun. I can't believe we've got weather like this in Scotland. It feels amazing. We're here, I guess, to talk about foundations of mental strength. When did you do the programme, and tell me how you found it?
Yeah, well, it was just magical timing. I had sort of been aware of Farmstrong, and then through work we had done some sort of joint things together. So I went along, and it was just that sort of light bulb moment where you think, this is going to help with lots of different things.
I'm really pleased you say that. I guess creating the programme, it has that at its heart is making it relevant and helping everybody to have almost that revelation, that light bulb moment. So there's 6 sections to the programme, and they can be run individually or all together as one. I think a lot of the psychology around discomfort and difficulty comes from not understanding what's happening.
Yeah, and why you feel like you feel, and actually just that sort of example used in the workshop where it's, I think she'd used that the cows have got out and you've had a terrible time and you're knackered, and just stop, wait a minute, stand there and think about what you're going to do and what's actually important in that moment, instead of sort of this spiral where you go, oh God, and this and that, and then so it's that stop moment and actually taking stock of why you're feeling like that and why you're finding things difficult.
It's interesting to talk about there in terms of emotion, is that, again, it's actually so simple.
Yeah.
That ability to pause and just be able to take a minute and go, what's actually happening here? If everyone really knew what it meant to feel 2 emotions at the same time and actually be able to pause and think, what am I actually feeling right now? What might it relate to? If I go a wee bit deeper, what might that tell me? What's the message? And it can be as simple as that, to get to the point where you go, actually, I'm exhausted. And that's why my temper's short, and that's why I had an argument this morning, and that's why and why and why. And it just can feel, life can feel lighter. Yeah.
And you can take a sort of step back. And I think especially for me, I've always thought that I've sort of been in touch with emotions and things, and with the kids, with toddlers kicking off all the time, and you can work through it, but you don't turn it around with yourself.
Yeah.
Which is bizarre, but you just don't. And you can work through it with the children and think, well, that's why you're behaving like that and that's what's wrong with you. But it's turning it around thinking, actually, well, why do you? And it's okay that you do. Instead of this, well, I shouldn't have that feeling and I shouldn't be weak like that and I shouldn't feel that.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a massively, massively important point. And certainly my age, I was brought up with that, didn't greet or I'll give you something to greet about. And now, with the training that I have now, it's thinking, actually, if I need to have a good cry, I will.
crack on.
Because that's what's going on and that's what I need to do. And I think, and hopefully that came through in the programme, is it's not about being emotional. It's just about understanding the message that the strong feeling you're having is telling you. What is it actually saying? Rather than, that stop being so emotional type of message. Just get over it, just move on. It's actually, no, we can stop, we can pause, we can think about what's happening and what am I going to do about it. So was there, when you came back after doing it, you said there was a few sort of light bulb moments. Have you found yourself being able to put things in place now?
Yeah, I think so, especially, and I do sort of bang on about the values bit. In my work, I talk to communities that may have different opinions, but when you get down to it, maybe something important to you is stewardship. And so it's the same for your neighbour.
Yeah.
But actually, that looks different for each person.
Yeah, even that.
And that looks different for how you're going to work your land and the decisions you're going to make in your business.
Yeah.
So professionally, it has done wonders for my understanding of communities and why they make decisions. But personally, sort of the asks on farmers just now, the business planning involved with changes in policy, it's helped, because what do you actually want, what's important, and what do we need to do for the next sort of few years? So it's kind of just sort of crystallised decision making, and made you actually pull out, well, why? But why?
Yeah.
And
And again, simple as anything. Yeah. So what would you say to anyone who had that mindset of this mental health well-being thing? It's all just fluffy nonsense about yoga and mindfulness and all of that, and it's not for me. How would you persuade somebody that the programme is for everybody and anybody?
I think the term sort of mental health is a difficult one because it can suggest that there's something unwell about your mental health, and people don't like to feel that, and they don't want to talk about that. But the well-being piece is a lot easier to talk about. Like, how do you stay well?
Yeah.
What feels good for you, and how do you sort of get on with your life? But I think it's important in every aspect of your life. It's not just about your business. It's not just about your family. It's sort of everything you are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's relevant for everybody. And if you're sort of talking to farmers and people that are running businesses, it's how are you going to stay well to run this business, to make these decisions, and sort of to get to your goals.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a tool. It's definitely a tool for whatever you want to use it for.
Yeah. Amazing. I don't know about you, I'm starting to melt here in the sun, which is hilarious. It's incredible, but really quite warm. Will we take a
we'll trot inside.